All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the daily update for my 1000 days challenge. So for today itself, I've actually went through all this market which I'm already monitoring. You can see this quick update over here. So we have yet to take a look in terms of the market structure, the changes of the trend, but I would say there isn't much change of a trend. So in fact, there's only a small change which is over here on Bitcoin, which is why I'm showing this chart over here. So what you see over here, or what I see over here, is basically a bearish market structure with a lower high and lower low. So it does show that it could potentially have short-term bearish momentum. But overall, like what I mentioned, you can see this 50, 150, and 200. And price is still very much above these 150 and 200 simple moving average. So overall, it does look like the bullish trend remains intact. So if I were to look for a potential long side trade, I would want these to reverse from a bearish momentum, from a bearish market structure back to a bullish market structure on the 4-hour chart. And there is where if a break of a bullish market structure again, is where I'll enter a long setup with the stop loss below the low. So this would show that potentially this could be the retracement and it could be a continuation to the upside again. All right. So in terms of investment opportunity, what I do see is over ASHR and KWEB. If you do look over at the chart, you will realize that previously I've drawn over. For them, I only look at the daily closing. So for this, as you can see, this is actually like example of the Bitcoin. So you can see that this is a high, this is a higher high, this is a low, this is a higher low. So what you do see over here is a transition from a bearish market structure to a bullish market structure. So for today itself, I can also see that it has bounced on the 20 exponential moving average. So it's definitely looking like it could go towards further upside. So I'm definitely looking to add some position over here tonight for ASHR. And similarly for KWEB, you can see that previously was in a strong bullish market structure. Support was found on this 20 exponential moving average. And I was waiting for confirmation, and confirmation was slight little break over here over the last weekend, but I wanted a clearer break, and indeed it did. So it's unlikely to be a false breakout. So this gives me the clear confirmation there is a clean breakout and that is more likely to continue towards the upside momentum. So similarly, I'll be adding some position for KWEB as well. And if it does retraces, then again, I'll be adding more. So this is the dollar cost approach that I'm entering. All right. Otherwise, that's the update for today. In terms of Bitcoin wise, for any trade setup, I'm still looking for further consolidation as I mentioned until it transit back to the bullish market structure like I mentioned, then I would enter potential long. Otherwise, I would prefer that it consolidate over extended period before I can determine if it were to break downward, there will be a more clean and decisive break. Otherwise, the break downward could likely be rather weak. It could even touch maybe around here, whereby they are rather supportive before it could reach over here, which is where I would want it to be for long-term investment. Yep, so similarly, so in terms of comments, what I would say is basically wait for consolidation. Okay, so potential long setup. So, okay, I would say long and short is potential. So yesterday I say I'm leaning towards a short bias, that's correct in terms of short term. But that said, if I were to look for short, I do want this to consolidate very nicely. Say, for example, you get a very nice triangular wave, say like A, B, C, D, E, the type. That is where I'll look for potential short. On the other hand, what I see over here is not an easy to count kind of Elliott wave kind of retracement or consolidation pattern. So in this kind of scenario, generally, I will look at the broad picture, which in this case still looks towards the bullish upside, especially with price above these 200 simple moving average. So that is the reason why I'm looking more towards a long right now. If on the other hand, it consolidated nicely and broke down nicely, then that is where I was leaning towards a short setup. So that's just to explain to you the rationale or why I have actually transited in terms of the thought process wise. All right, so right now potentially could you there, so look for further consolidation pattern. Yep. So stop loss wise, similarly, you could target over here at this 12,000 mark, or upon the next mark, you have this 12,800 and 13,500. Yep, otherwise there's the update. And actually, if you do realize my video is actually having a slightly different background, simply because I've actually upgraded with a different webcam as well. And in addition to that, I'm also using my main monitor instead of my laptop monitor for recording of this video. So which is why you will also see the quality of the video and also the screen aspect ratio is slightly different. So this is actually my main widescreen that I use for trading purposes, and investment purposes as well. So otherwise, have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.